Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Bellissimo and today we're going to look at commas with quotation marks. In today's video, we're going to keep looking at the commas, but we're going to look at them in a different way than we haven't before. Today's video is commas with direct quotation. Now, this is not a video about how to use quotes. If you would like to have a video on how to use quotation marks properly, let me know in the comment section below. But in today's video, we're going to be looking directly with commas and quotes. So, let's get into it. Okay, now, I have 4 different sentences here and a bunch of typos. Instead of correcting them, I wanted to see if you could find them first. Pause this video and see if you can find the mistakes that I made. If you're not sure, that's okay. Stick with me and I'll point them all out. Okay, just before we begin, I'd like to make a little disclaimer. I am going to be using American English here. And this is something that will also be accepted in Canada in terms of use. Canada being where I am from. And that there is another type of way to use the commas with quotation marks, and that will be in British English, which I will not be covering in this video. So if you are curious about how they use commas in Britain, this is not the video for you, but if you're going to be studying anywhere in America or in Canada, keep watching because I'll walk you through where to use the commas. And it's quite simple when you get used to it. Okay, so when we're looking at the idea of our quotation marks, we're going to be really looking at the idea of dialogue. O-G-U-E, wow, okay, dialogue, perfect. Dialogue simply being where one character might say hi, and the next one might say hello, and then, how are you? So if you're writing some short stories, this will be great. Also, you can be using these when you are putting in quotes into essays and papers. So it can be something like, let's go this way. This study found that da-da-da-da-da, whatever your quote is, and then, Dr. Bob said. Alright, so in that way you can also use it for things like research papers, really anything where you're going to put direct quotes into. But the examples that I will have will all be dialogue. They also work for research and quotations. So just keep that in mind. They both work that way. Okay, so we're going to take a look at our first sentence, and really our first 2 sentences. But let's take a look at the first one right here. So we have, she said, "It's a beautiful day outside." Now, there's a couple of things I want to look at in this sentence in terms of it. Let's make this a lot bigger. Okay. So she said, "It's a beautiful day outside." Now, the first thing I'd really like to point out here, and I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try. This might be way too big. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. It's a beautiful day outside. That itself is a full sentence. If we removed everything else, if we took this all out, it would still work as a sentence. So keep that in mind right there. Everything in the bracket or in the quotation mark, is a proper sentence, which is good to know. The next thing we take a look at right here is there's this little tag. She said. Okay, you'll notice where the comma is. The comma is right here, right? She said, comma, and then we're going to have our quotation marks. It's a beautiful day outside. We have our capital letter right here with the S on she. And then we have our capital letter right here because we noticed before that this is an entire sentence on its own. So, pretty simple, right? What if we were to flip it around? Let's take a look at this sentence. So if we take a look at this guy right here, "It is a beautiful day outside," she said. Can anyone find the error in this one? If you said it's that the quotation mark is flipped around, you would be right. The quotation mark is actually supposed to look a little bit like that. I was making these very quickly when I was typing them out on slides, and I must have just not noticed. Okay, so it's a beautiful day outside. same sentence. Now you'll notice that the one above ends in a period. This one's a little bit different. Instead of ending in the period, we end in our comma because we haven't set our tag yet right there, she said. At the end of that is where our period is going to go. If that confuses you, you can always put your tag at the beginning. Dr. Bob said, the researcher stated, whatever you like. But if you want to change it up a little bit, feel free to do it this way as well. So it's a beautiful day outside with our comma right there, then our quotation marks, and then our tag, and then our period. So if we were to take a look at this, our formula basically goes something a little bit like this. Okay, we have our tag of who says what, and then we're going to have our comma, we're going to have our, oops, wrong way. I think I would get these right. Then we're going to have our quote, then we're going to have a full sentence, a period, end quote. Okay, that's what it looks like. This version, we're going to have our quote, and then we're going to have our sentence, our comma, our end quote, and then our tag with the end period. That's pretty much how it looks. Now, if I were to have the example, I won the lottery. Okay, this is our example right here. This is our quote that we want to put into something. It is a full sentence, so it will need some sort of end punctuation. How do we do it? Now, if I'm saying I won the lottery, I'm probably going to be pretty excited, and I'm going to have a nice big exclamation mark there. Or if I were to say, where is the bathroom? A more common expression in Europe would be where is the toilet, or where is the water closet, or where is the usually toilet. We would ask where the bathroom is, not thinking that there's an actual bathtub in there. That's my bathtub, by the way. Okay, we don't expect an actual bathtub. We are looking for a toilet. But if I were to say where is the bathroom, okay, this is a question and would need to have a question mark. Now, we're going to take a quick peek at how to deal with these because they aren't used the same way. And that's where we get into these next two sentences. Okay, so if we look at 3 and 4, we can kind of look at them together. If you're interested in seeing where my errors are, pause the video here because I can tell you right now there are 1, 2, 3 errors in these sentences. Can you find them? Don't worry if you can't. I'll help you out. So, why is it raining? She asked. My first error right here is I accidentally made this capital. This would be lowercase s. Same with this one right here. Watch out. Oh, there's 4. 4 errors. She yelled. Alright. So, making sure that this right here is our lowercase. We have absolutely 0 commas in these 2 sentences, if you've noticed. We're going to have our question mark right there, our exclamation mark right there, no commas, and then the end of our tag. Same idea, watch out. This is supposed to be the opening. There we go, watch out, exclamation mark, end comma, she yelled. Like I said, I typed them pretty quickly. So if we were to take a look at these 2 right here, where is the bathroom? I won the lottery. So I won the lottery. They yelled, where is the bathroom? He asked. Perfect. Let's take a look at some example sentences. Let's try 3 of them, and I will pause and let you kind of try to figure out where they go. But remember, it pretty much will just go quotation, question mark, or exclamation mark, and then our tag with our period. Otherwise, if you flip it around, you'll have your tag, and then you're going to have your quote with your exclamation mark or your question mark. Because the tag is in the beginning, your comma would go right there. Alright, let's take a peek at these guys. I'll give you 3 examples. I want to dance, she said. So take a moment right now, pause the video if you need to. Where does the comma go? I want to dance, she said. Have you figured it out? Okay. So, there are 2 ways to deal with this. You could either say, I want to dance, comma coming in before. She said, that's option 1. Option 2, I want to dance, she said. Either one of these are correct. You could do option 1, or you could have done option 2. Both are fine. How are you doing? Understanding it? Let's keep going. She said, I like to eat cheese. Pause the video here if you need to. Where does your comma go? She said, I like to eat cheese. There's only one option here. We have our tag at the beginning, so we're going to put our comma right here. In quotation. Perfect. Let's try one last one. They shouted, I am over here. I am over here. Where does the comma go? If you said that the comma goes right after shouted, you'd be correct. What if I flip this around and I said, I am over here. They shouted. Where would the comma go? If you said the comma doesn't go anywhere because there is no comma, you would be correct. So, now that you've taken a look at a couple of these, how do you feel about them? Do you feel good? Did you learn anything new? If you thought this was a good video, can you hit that thumbs up for me, please? If there are videos that you would like to see specifically, you want to watch something about quotation marks, you want to watch something about prepositions, if you want to hear some more stories, I have some stories on this channel where I've read some stories and asked some comprehension questions. Just make that, or let me know in the comments section below. I'm happy to make some new videos for you guys. And as always, if you do like these channels, make sure to subscribe. I am a teacher, so I'm putting out videos as much as I'm able to, but the more that you guys let me know what you would like, the more videos you guys will see. Alright, well thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye!